For those of you that watch my videos, you know I'm a big proponent of YouTube because of the sheer immense volume of musical content out there. But a lot of people, all they have is YouTube on their computer, and they don't have YouTube hooked up to their main stereo system, so you don't get any benefit from that. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd take you through a quick walkthrough of my system, how I set up YouTube to be hooked into my main stereo system. We'll take a brief walkthrough here. So everything starts with a streamer. The streamer I happen to use is an Amazon Fire Cube, and this is connected to my Wi-Fi, and it has an HDMI output that goes into my preamp, which is a Denon 3808. The Denon preamp then feeds multiple power amps for each speaker system through a splitter in the back. And let me show you how. So the Amazon Fire Cube streams content through HDMI to my Denon. And then what I do is I connect to the preamp outs of the back on the receiver. Now, not all receivers have preamp outs, so you can't do exactly what I do here without that. But if you have preamp outs, what I do is I pass the preamp out to a splitter here, which allows me to hook up multiple RCA connections to get that preamp left and right feed. And then those preamp outputs get passed on to each particular power amp. Like here's a Adcom GFA 555, and down below I have a Hafler D250. And then ultimately those, power. Now, in addition to the preamp outs feeding the power amplifiers, I also tap off with another preamp out into this little tube preamplifier here that I use as a volume control for my subwoofers. So I do not feed my subwoofers out of the sub-out connection in the preamp, but I take it right off the left and right channel feeds. So I pull it in automatically with the left and right channels. Then I have a volume control, so if I want to adjust my subs, I can do that. Now, at any given time, I will likely have multiple pairs of speakers set up, usually in the position in the back there where I have a pair of Klipsch 5.5, KG 5.5s. I've got a pair of JBL L5s. But occasionally also I get my speaker stands out and set up some speakers here in a near field position. Now obviously I can't listen to the speakers in the background because these speakers are in the way. But I like a near field position because it produces just such a wonderful soundstage. The imaging is so precise and the soundstage is very three-dimensional. These are a pair of JBL L88s. Now the nice thing about the Amazon Fire Cube streamer is it has voice activated search, so I don't have to type anything. I just hit a button and enter a search term like Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms, full album. And it'll go out there and take a look, see if I get something to match my search term. And sure enough, what pops up is Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms, full album. The content in YouTube is just tremendous. Pretty much everything you want you can find. And a lot of stuff that you would never think to want. Like listening to Black Sabbath play a high school auditorium back in 1970. There's just a tremendous amount of content out there, and that's a subject of a number of videos that I have. Now, I'm not going to play Brothers in Arms because that'll get me a copyright ding, but I wanted to continue just to tell you a little bit more about how I organize my content. YouTube offers playlists that I can categorize things together. Like I have a playlist of audio testing tracks. I have a playlist called Audiophile tracks, which are just higher quality videos in audio. Something called backing tracks that I use when I play my guitar. If we take a look in audio testing tracks, for example, here I have a number of the tracks that I use for tests, and I have discussed these on videos before. But here, let's play one real quick. This is a binaural audio of the Nutcracker Suite, and it's got a full three-dimensional soundstage, which is very rich. That little intro goes all around the front, the back, and back to the front again. And finally, we get to some music. Imaging is nice. The violins are on the left. The bass is in the center. Flutes are on the right. Clarinet is imaged just off to the right center. So this whole setup allows me to play just anything that's on YouTube, which, again, the amount of content on YouTube is insane. There's so much out there. And it allows me to seamlessly search for and play content through my entire stereo system. And in my case, I can actually select a couple of speakers if I want, although not today because I have these JBL L88s up close here. But that's how I do it. If you're just listening to YouTube through a computer, you're not getting the full experience. Furthermore, if you don't have YouTube Premium, you're not getting the full experience either because you're having to deal with commercials. So, but this is a good setup for me. It's worked quite a while. I haven't felt the need to change anything out. I'm happy with the DAC that's in the Denon, and it's all pretty good. So there you go. Thanks for watching.